Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxing. So in today's video, I'll be going over my Halloween 2022 cosplay, which I'm overall very happy with the end result, considering my lack of experience with making cosplay. A lot of sewing was involved in two particular areas, but I'm overall just very happy with the results of that. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be when it came to using the sewing machine, but it was very useful in the end. So again, it was very artsy craftsy, and I just took pretty much the whole month of October to do, and that's why I didn't upload a video in October, just because I was just so focused on getting this cosplay done by Halloween, which obviously when it comes to cosplaying, you want to just, you want to start like pretty early, especially if it's very elaborate. And thankfully, just those two artsy craftsy parts just took up most of my time with this cosplay. And yeah, thankfully I did get it done by Halloween, and overall I'm just happy with the results considering my lack of experience. So my original idea was to do one of my husbandos in the background. The only issue with that is that, of course, they have very like elaborate outfits, or just outfits that you really can't find in the United States, and I'd probably have to measure and sew my own clothing, which would be a nightmare. And worst comes to worst, I probably would have had to commission someone who sews cosplays to do the work, and obviously that would be very expensive and it would take quite a while to do. And again, I started this at the beginning of October, so that's obviously a big time crunch. And yeah, so that obviously sort of limited my options on who I want to cosplay. Pretty much, I didn't want to have to sew clothing. That was just the whole big thing. Just sewing the clothing would be a nightmare, and again, lack of experience doesn't help that. But they are kind of a future goal in the future. I wouldn't mind cross-playing. So, a girl dresses up as a male character, and vice versa. So obviously that's just something I'd like to do in the future. And I just had an overall good time. I felt comfortable and confident in the cosplay, which is just the most important thing. And I'm very excited to just share my mini cosplay journey with all of you. So who is said character who I decided to cosplay as for this past Halloween? Well, a little bit of backstory, I guess, on what kind of spurred me to cosplay this character is that I actually pre-ordered a plushie of them way back when, and thankfully it came out, or it got delivered to me during the month of October, so I can actually cosplay with the plush during Halloween, and it is of this character right here. So here we have this character right here, who is an original character by an animator here on YouTube who goes by the name of Sir Fluff. Definitely go check out their channel if you really like sort of smooth animation, and just their animation style is like just awesome. I really do like seeing their new animation memes that they come out with. And this is of their original character Latte, who is a sort of goth, emo, axolotl. I could be wrong on those two terms, but I just really love his character's design overall. He's got, of course, a very, black, white, and dark gray color scheme, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to cosplay him. He's definitely one of my favorite of Sir Fluff's OCs. By the way, I wish I could probably put up some, clips of their animation memes up on this video, but unfortunately, they preferred that their work not be reposted, and of course, with all due respect, I'd rather have you guys go check out their channel to see their animation memes, so definitely check those out to get a good, idea of why they're so cool. And again, I just really love his character design. They did have Sir Fluff actually had another plush that would probably be a bit better to have for the cosplay. Just considering the lore between him and another of their characters. But unfortunately, I just didn't feel like pre-ordering their plush way back when, but yeah. But at least I have Latte, because obviously I wanted to display him, with my cosplay so people can get an idea of who I'm cosplaying as. And yeah, it's very nice plush overall. Really like the feel of him. Makeshift plushes, if people are wondering, they're a company who make plushies of either YouTubers' avatars, like other characters, and of course original characters. Unfortunately, you do have to pre-order these. They do not do after sales, so pretty much once those pre-orders closed, there's no way you can get these plushies. And yeah, they're pretty much like one and done, essentially. Once they're, you know, once they have that one announcement, that's pretty much all you're getting. There is no re-releases on these. So yeah, I'm glad I picked him up because he's very cute. So if anyone sees the length of this video, I have just decided to scrap the process of me making this cosplay. Mostly because I, of course, waited a couple of weeks after Halloween to make this video. And obviously, when I finished this cosplay at Halloween, I was pretty motivated and passionate to show off the process of me making this cosplay. But unfortunately, I just lost that motivation and passion over time. Yeah, it just didn't help that I waited to make this video. And, you know, I just had, of course, work and such. And it just, obviously, diminished my passion, and it kind of made me a bit stressed, to be honest, to kind of make a, you know, a good process making video, which I feel like I'm not the best at. I feel like I'm not the best at doing step-by-step stuff, unless I obviously have a script, which I did. And, well, unfortunately, also during the cosplay video, I didn't actually record, anything while I was making the cosplay, which really didn't help at all. Definitely would have saved some time, but I feel like I just, you know, if I were to do that, I just would have, like, wasted time trying to record it, have a proper setup with proper lighting and such, and that would have been extra stress. So, you know, I just focused on just doing the cosplay off camera, and I basically then had to do some clips, sort of just do a sort of simplified version of how I made the stuff, and then I had my script for my voiceover, and then I just, you know, I did that, I uploaded it to my video editor, and I was doing it, and as I'm looking at this, all I can think to myself is, pardon me, but this looks absolutely shitty. It really did look absolutely shitty on my thing, and I just really couldn't go through with it. I couldn't really feel the need to put out a video that just looks and feels awful to me. So yeah, that pretty much happened. And so what I mostly decided to do was, at the end of the day, just show the pictures on a sort of slideshow that I took of me in the cosplay. And unfortunately, also with those pictures, they're not the greatest, because obviously I am not a great photographer or anything, or, you know, a great, yeah, cosplay photoist. I don't know what you call it, but, yeah. So, you know, these pictures aren't the greatest. My friends, unfortunately, had work, and they couldn't get out till 5 o'clock. I didn't have work that day, so, yeah, that happened. So, unfortunately, because it is the season where it gets a little bit darker earlier, that's what happened. We have to take these pictures at nighttime. And also, it's portrait, which doesn't really help. But that happened, and, you know, I could have asked my mom, my dad, or my sister to take pictures, but to be honest, I just didn't feel comfortable asking them. When it comes to, like, stuff like what I'm interested in, and I'm sure what most of you are interested, which is anime, manga, figure collecting, video games, I'm just not comfortable talking to them about this stuff. Also cosplay, I forgot to add cosplay. I don't know, I'm just not comfortable with just expressing those things to them, and, you know, I just was just too shy to ask at the end of the day, so that's just something I have to work on, like, mentally in the future. And, yeah, so, you know, I ended up taking pictures at night, and thankfully, again, my friend had the night mode on her iPhone, so some of those pictures are alright. And I ended up taking pictures in my room when I got back home, and that was quite messy. I apologize for my messy room in advance, but yeah, so it was just obviously very mentally exhausting to me to just try and do this process video. Again, this was supposed to be 2 parts. Unfortunately, I really mentally can't bring myself to do this kind of video right now. So I apologize to anyone or any few people who are interested in this cosplay video, who are hoping to see the full process of this video. I just Overall, though, I can say with this cosplay, though, is that I'm still overall very happy with it. I do love the clothing that I got. I do love how the tail and the ears came out. I feel like I got it pretty close to the character design overall. The wig I thought was pretty good. The one big kind of messy part of this cosplay, though, was the face paint. Let me tell you, that stuff is... I thought it looked fine. Some areas looked a little bit, like, splotchier than others, and, obviously face paint is kind of a hot mess. What happened was that I ended up getting it on my shirt, and my jacket, and my choker, and my necklace. I mean, it's to be expected, but just the amount that was on there, it was awful. I literally had to go in with makeup remover to remove it in those sections. So, while I'd love to cosplay Latte again, I'm gonna do it like sparingly. Like any character I do that involves face paint or anything, I'll probably do it very sparingly. Just because I just don't want that hot mess at the end of the day. So yeah, that was probably my least favorite part of the cosplay, is definitely like the face paint. It was just quite messy. That's pretty much all I gotta say. And yeah, so I'm basically going to show you guys the slideshow now of the pictures that were taken. I apologize again to anyone who was anticipating a cosplay process video, but I feel like just for my mental sake and just for not stressing myself any further, I just really had to simplify it right now. So yeah, so without further ado, I will show you guys the picture of my final cosplay.
Yeah! Yes! Awesome.
We got a little bit of like
Little bench action. Sick.